Hey YouTube, just starting, 5623 here. Gonna give you a quick state of the metagame kind of video. If I hadn't just been to the Nashville and Louisville regional, I would be talking out of my sphincter about all this kind of stuff. That's right, I said sphincter. If you know what it means, look it up. Just starting, 5623. Educating YouTube one word at a time. Anyway, I think the metagame is really healthy right now. And in the words of Stephen Bates, one of my friends, sort of paraphrased, loosely quoted, he said that this format's good because you have to outplay your opponent on multiple accounts every game to win the game. And I think that's very true, this format. And I mean, and if that's true, then the game is really healthy. If you have to outplay your opponent to win, instead of just get lucky and sack all the time, like some previous formats have been just complete sack all the time, then you know the game is actually good and healthy. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the top decks. This is sort of my opinion, but I mean, from what I've seen at regionals, this is pretty true as well. People think that the format is really diverse. I mean, I thought so too until I went to these two regionals. And it was true that there was a bunch of different decks there, that people were playing a bunch of different decks, but really the same ones keep showing up, and they're pretty good, all four of them. I'm going to rank them from, I'll go from 4 to 1 on what I think, and maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. I mean, of course there's Gemini Stun, Absolute Zero, all that kind of stuff. I just don't put that up to the caliber that these four decks are. First, Blackwings. Are they healthy for the metagame? I guess they are. They're not as skilled as some of the other decks in the format, but I mean, they are based purely on advantage now, whereas they used to be kind of OTK happy. I mean, they still do that all the time from Kalut and stuff like that. But, I mean, other than that, they do take some skill to play now, since they do revolve around advantage and having to try to make sure you keep that and make sure you don't get too far behind. So they're not too sacky, they're not too bad. I like that they're in the meta. Next, third on my list, X-Sabers. I hate X-Sabers with a passion. I think that the ban list should have done something to this guy right here, Faltro. I also think it should have done something to Dark Soul. This deck is just stupid. It's really sacky. It's the most sacky deck in the format right now. I think that something should definitely happen to it on the next list. I don't really care if it's not winning every tournament. I don't care about that kind of stuff. It's sacky as hell, for sure. That's all it is. I mean, if I can lose with, I only got one turn against an X-Saber deck in Louisville because he opened the nuts, and that's just ridiculous. There's no sense in that happening. In a format that's so balanced, why is there this really terrible sacky deck in it? It just irritates me. This deck is not healthy for the game. I wish it would die somehow. Die. I hate it. Second on my list, Gravekeepers. Until I played a Gravekeeper deck in Louisville, I must say I did not think that the deck was all that good, but turns out the deck's pretty good. I think it's healthy for the game. I mean, it's another advantage-based deck, which is always good. Recruiter and Steel, however you want to pronounce that, is just ridiculously good. It's a +1 in a format where advantage matters so much. You play Nickerval, you get Recruiter on board, you have a 1700 attack floater monster on board. It's pretty crazy. I really like the deck. It's not even too hard to build right now, really. So, I mean, other than the dualities, but people should have those already. It's a very good card. If it gets limited to more, it better not go under 2, or I might just quit playing the game because obviously Konami doesn't know what they're doing. Anyway, I really like Gravekeepers. They're a cool deck, and they're second on my list on top decks in the format. And first, we have Plant Synchro. Plant Synchro is a really good deck. It takes a lot of forms. It's got Quick Draw in it. It's got just straight Plant Synchro. It's got a couple other choices it can go into. I just really like the deck. And I mean, you have to be pretty skilled to play with it. I mean, you can just pick up this deck and win with it, but it takes a lot of skill to do so, because the deck has so many combos. It can go off in so many ways and everything. I just really like this deck. I think it's one of the best for the health of the game. It's just one of the best decks out there, because it's not an archetype. It's straight just a bunch of cards that have synergy together, thrown together, and making a good competitive deck, which is very healthy for the game. Which, I mean, that's what you want. You want an abundance of decks, and not just archetypes, because those just get boring after you just play archetype after archetype. And then this deck is out. I mean, it's really good. I haven't really played it much, but I really enjoy it, and I think it's the best deck of the format because, I mean, it tops everywhere. It's a very good deck. There's no doubt about that. But it's just a quick overview of the metagame. I really like it. I think this is as healthy as the game has been in a while. And having said that, I have a couple questions for Konami, but I'll leave that to another video. Another one of my rant videos that I'll probably put on here soon. Yeah, the health of the metagame, it's really strong right now. Play in the tournaments that you can between now and the end of the format, because it's getting kind of close. I'm gonna have one more chance to play in a regional, but I've already got my invite, so I might play in a Win-A-Mat or something. But I've enjoyed the 2 events I've played in, even though I scrubbed at one of them. But I really like the metagame. It's pretty great right now, and all I can do is hope that Konami won't completely trash it with the next ban list. I mean, they've already trashed it with 6 Samurais coming up, but that's another story entirely. But health of the metagame, it's in good shape. Hope it stays in good shape. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. Driz out.